Well, hopefully by now we've really driven home the idea that working here in Ocean City is both fulfilling and fun. Time now to take all that and put it on wheels, because working in transportation in Ocean City takes that fun to a whole new level. Turns out getting folks from point A to point B and sometimes back again has some sweet perks.
Traffic is clear, we'll go ahead and pull on out.
For George Peak, being behind the wheel of a bus is the best.
I thoroughly enjoy what I do, and I think that's why I'm still doing it.
He's the transportation operations manager for Ocean City, a career that began simply 17 years ago when he took on a job as a seasonal bus driver. Oh, you're handling this speed bump elegantly, George. George was first in the computer software industry for more than 3 decades. And thanks to his daughter, he tried something different.
Quick story is, and I'll be honest, my daughter was a school bus contractor for Worcester County, and she says, "Dad, I'd like to have a substitute driver." So I got my CDL, and I was her substitute school bus driver while she had her contract. Well, I got connected here in the meantime, and I started driving the bus like every other bus driver in this town started driving nights and weekends.
And now he's high up and looking in every direction for drivers for both buses and trams.
We're still actively looking for the 2022 season for tram drivers to drive the Jeeps. We're also looking for tram conductors. They ride on the last tram car. They interface with the driver constantly. We're also looking for seasonal bus drivers. We have to ramp up every year for both the buses and the trams. We bring on a lot of people, and we train you to drive the bus or the tram.
Talking trams, he says it's certainly different driving, but folks are trained until they're comfortable.
The toughest part are probably 2 things. The trams don't go very fast. You know, top speed, I believe, is 6 miles an hour. Because you don't go fast because there's people on the boardwalk, and people can flag the trams down. So they're boarding and getting on and off the trams all up and down the boardwalk. Besides that, I think the hardest thing is turning around at each end. They have a fixed area to turn the whole rig around in, which can be a little difficult.
You see how the tails, can you see behind you?
Yeah. Shelley here is a 10-year tram driver.
It's a fun summer job, it really is. You meet so many people on the boardwalk, and you see everything going on.
Yeah.
The prettiest is when the moon rises from the bottom up and it's bright orange.
Oh, that's so cool.
And it's huge, you get to see that at night.
Yeah. She sat in the passenger seat while I gave it a go.
Les, are we clear?
All clear.
All clear. Okay, so Les is a conductor. He brings up the rear and is in constant communication with whoever's driving, giving them green lights.
Okay, well, clear. Gradual pull out.
Gradual pull out. How gradual is this?
Okay, you're good.
Now what?
Start straightening it up.
You're good to go.
Okay.
What did you think was the hardest thing when you learned to drive this?
The turns.
Yeah.
Going around the pier, you have to judge it just right to make it around. Yeah. I love driving.
While the tram operates on the boardwalk through the summer, the bus runs year-round through town.
You need a commercial license. They're called CDLs, commercial driver license. You don't need a Class A license. You don't have to have an A license. You have to have a Class B license to drive the bus, and you have to have an air brake endorsement and a passenger endorsement. We will, and some people say, well, I don't have a CDL, what do I do? Well, come to us and we'll train you. We are certified through the federal government and in their database to conduct CDL training. And we'll train you. The maximum speed limit for a bus during the season when there's not much traffic is 25. When there is traffic, maximum's 20.
Gotcha.
Sometimes they can't even get going that fast.
Like, yeah, I would think.
So yeah, it's not a fast-paced driving job.
Whether it's navigating the tram through the crowds or taking this wide whip around town, there are miles of memories ahead.
Funny story is it happens a lot every year. The bus driver can communicate with the supervisor on duty, and they'll say, I got a customer on board. This passenger, they said they got to town Friday night. They used their GPS, took them right to the address, threw their stuff in the room, had a good time, and now they need to go back, but they don't know where they're staying. They didn't take a look at, it's not like the old days where you'd pick up the key at the front desk and you'd have a key with the name of the place. So we have to help them figure out where they're staying. And it happens every week in the summer.
Look at me just firing up the tram, you know?
You're doing good.
George says a lot of the folks who take on the seasonal positions are retirees. He says it's a great option for folks who want to get out of the house just a couple days a week. Also, I'll be honest, I had a blast driving that tram. Very fun stuff.